The space. I hope that a lot of people who are working on the content and vis-a-vis to the offerings are working on the same line as what is expected. Moving forward, like what NetAccess, we are a company, we are basically a technology company. We represent a few OEMs in India and SAARC countries. We bring the technology to the enterprise and to the world where this becomes an enablement of providing the networks and the last miles to the people who access. So I've taken one part of that as an ICT in education, and we believe in network and applications go hand in hand on that. So just a brief about us. We've been about a 13-year-old company now. We have end-to-end network and communication service provider, solution providers. And we work on various verticals, which is IP surveillance, routing and switching, which I'll cover up in the few more slides and coming in. As per my understanding, because we see it differently and the broader prospect onto the ICT and the education vertical. So the trends when the application in education, which we believe is like mobile learning, which may be into the perspective that it is not exactly like we learn on the mobile phone, but it's basically you can learn on the mobile devices. Second thing which is moving forward and the trend is about the cloud computing, which I believe is that your content is available everywhere and anywhere, so you can need not to be always in the classroom. Then the digital classrooms, which we believe is one of the aspects which is very much talked about, and a lot of companies are talking and working towards that side. So that's one. Then we have one-to-one computing. That means more and more computers are now available in all the education institutes, and more time are spent on computer machines. In fact, the world schools and the foreign schools, they believe that not to carry the textbooks, they want to carry only the iPads and the iPads. Otherwise than what we expecting otherwise here. And then we obviously have smart portfolio assessment, which is basically to do with the online exams, the submitting on the assessments which are going online on from anywhere, and then you can be assessed also on the similar lines. What we believe that to get the trends moving forward and to get the technology working, we can as in our company and as in our contribution to that is that we can offer the following as in to the institutes and the education houses available here. So we have expertise in offering you wireless networking. We have solutions based on RFID, which is I'll explain further on how they're used in the schools. We offer video conferencing solutions. We offer IP surveillance and analytics, which is very important area today because of the need of the security for the children and for the, in fact, even the staff for that matter. And we also use GPS and GPRS based tracking solutions also for the fleet and the other areas which we can use in. So all of these have been covered in future, these slides what I'm going on. So we're moving forward to the wireless as in the first part, because more and more campuses, we understand that most of them are already they're looking at the option of getting the entire campus Wi-Fi. So we partner with a company called Aruba, and they're one of the leaders in the offering this solution. So we believe in that we can have the solution available, that we can provide the common areas to be Wi-Fi, which are in the schools. We have school sanctioned devices to be connected. We have predominantly data traffic, which has been growing day by day. The data is increasing. As we have more and more multimedia traffic coming up on the content, we have more and more context going on the cloud. So that has to be taken care of. And so these are basically, we can offer you the, the solutions around that. So we provide secure access to the personal devices. We have solutions which are based on the Wi-Fi access points and the controllers, and they're on display also there, so we can, whenever we have a break, we can look into those. So basically, we talking about the technologies. We need a Wi-Fi solution, and we need it for them to connect onto our laptops and the iPads or the machines which we carry. And they're basically contents like e-textbooks. We are streaming videos to them. We have lecture podcasts, which we like basically any lecture being recorded and they can be podcast later. We have digital library available. We have school communication broadcast. So all these applications which we are talking about, they all need a kind of an infra, as in to finally reach to the last device. And so it could be a monitor, it could be a laptop, it could be a PC, but finally to reach there, either we need a wired or a wireless network. So we prefer that we can give it to you on a wireless network as well, which is more easy available. This is how it looks like basically the device would be connected. It will be an enterprise grade Wi-Fi. We talk about security, it is secured. We talk about mobility, it is definitely supporting that. So if a device is today in one of the classrooms, tomorrow you're in the hostel, the third place you are in a common area, the same device will be carried across and it will be authenticated, connected, and you can use it easily. So it supports mobility. Capacity wise, the technology this is the latest technology available is 11N on the Wi-Fi, so we support that. And we also have application assurance using a QoS. So we have our own setup, a proprietary QoS plus the IEEE standard of the Wi-Fi solutions, where we can provide QoS on applications like video and voice, and which is preferred over data. So this can be defined as and when we set up the networks. So moving forward, again, security, we go in more details. We support WIPS without impacting performance. So these are some of the new features which are added on for security reasons. That means you cannot have the, because normally what happens when a college set up or a school sets up a network, the network cannot be differentiated between the student accessing and a teacher accessing. So virtually we do that with using this security parameters, and then what happens is that the student cannot be allowed to access to the network which is only protected for the administration side of it. Then we have session aware roaming. That means you can control the sessions also, capacities, and the same thing which is moving on. So I'll moving on. So classroom technology, we have all the kind of devices which we can connect, and then we have student computing as well. So this is basically for the compliance for owned school-owned devices. So we have a certain norms which we need to follow. We need to have certain criteria, IP security reasons which we need to follow when we have any new deployment in Wi-Fi. So we comply to that. Then we also support remote campuses through the same network. So once it is on the cloud, so you can have student and faculty housings. You can have external school programs and unwired campus locations. They all can be connected. All across, we can give them all kind of solutions. They could be covering the residential halls, the private homes and apartments. There could be sports facilities, because if you have a larger campus, then the wiring all across is a little difficult challenge. It's a difficult proposition available. So people prefer using wireless at that given time. So these are like on-demand network for public venues. This is something similar which I can move on. So this is important because today the EARNIT as an organization which looks after the school education networks as well, plus most of the technology vendors, that the IT departments, they're all focusing on the conversion finally from IP4 to IPv6. So we confirm that our product supports IPv6 already onto that. Then other application which we take up here is the RFID, which has been a very common heard technology, but how it uses in the school is that we have RFID based attendance systems. Basically it's a kind of a, and then we have e-library solutions, and then we have integrated with GPS and GPRS based vehicle tracking, and integrated with the surveillance solutions also. Now RFID is nothing but a small chip which gets into a kind of an ID. And it basically, a student what gets is an ID card, and then it gets integrated with the entire rest of the network. And the moment the student reaches the school, maybe you can have a server which is sending an SMS to the whoever you want to, that the student has reached there safely. Similarly, you can also, if it's a large campus, you can identify where the student is at any given time in case of any when you're looking at that. So these are some of the applications which RFID works in. Then we have a very standard application of issuing and borrowing and returning of the books on the library, where people still use a manual paper or a computer to generate those, or even the barcode for that matter. But we can give it on an RFID based solution, and which makes life easier for returning and borrowing books of the system. Another application which is used quite a lot is the video content going from one class to another. So it's kind of a video conferencing solution. So basically it's a traditional video conferencing setup, but how we can use it in schools is that we can have one lecturer talking to many classrooms. So that scenario can be done by using a point to multi-point video conferencing solution. And we have the infrastructure available for that, and we can provide you as a solution. So there we can have a central room architecture where the lecturer can be giving a lecture, and he can see the students on the other side. Anybody can ask questions, so it will be fully interactive. Plus the session can be recorded as well. So that gives you an option of recording the sessions. Plus there are schedulers, and there are a lot of other management tools available around this. So this is something which is available as an infrastructure. A lot of private institutes are already using it, because again the dearth is the good teachers, and optimizing the use of the right resource, and multiplying the available platforms where you want to do it. Then another thing we would like to cover here is, as in our offering, is the surveillance. So here we have is like it's a traditional IP camera actually what we offer. So we offer traditional IP cameras, but the offering what is a little different from the company called Mobitix. Now this company offers you the cameras which are 3 megapixel and above, and they're basically high-end cameras. What we offer to you is that the application that it can view 180 degrees at any given time, and it's a little different than a regular PTZ cameras or a pan tilt zoom cameras what we know them as. The advantages what we carry is that it records at a higher megapixel cameras, and we understand surveillance today is important aspect. So what happens is in all the given scenario today, nobody wants to view the cameras real time. It's basically for the post-mortem. So when any event happens, you want to go back and see the video, and at that time if the video is not available, so it is basically there's no point of having a CCTV in a given scenario. So what Mobitix assures you is that if you given a camera, so even if you're zooming into a particular video, or even if you're zooming in on a particular part, it will still record the whole video as in. So what will happen is that even if you recorded video, you can zoom. It is because that it's a high megapixel video. It will not get it will not get blurred, and it will not get scattered there. So it will give you a good pixel, the clear picture what you can get it. So this is some of the pictures which we can show it to you. Again, so what Mobitix gets to you and what we get to you is that it's a free software for life. So good thing is that you have n number of cameras today, and you want to n plus n tomorrow. So good thing is that you don't have to buy more licenses. The licenses come with the camera, and there are no extra cost to that. Then we have a lot of extra analytics being added to the camera, which are very useful for you, because whenever you deploy CCTV and you want to know the movement of the people around there, you want the students to which area they normally go in, and if there's any movement into those sides which is normally not allowed to go there. So all those motion detection, the tailgating, the heat map, there are certain technologies which is there, and they're all inbuilt into the camera. So you don't have to buy specific analytic softwares to do these analytics as far as CCTV is concerned. These are the pictures of the application. You can see it on any mobile device. You can see it on your PCs. You can have the entire video coverage onto that. And lastly, we also have a solution for vehicle tracking, which is a very old technology, but it's been not been used too much in schools. Now this is basically like every school today would have about some buses, or they hire buses from outside, or they have private contractors, or they use private vans, which has been an issue very recently also, because some of the students have died because of the carelessness of the school, the vans who are operating there, the private vans. So logically, this gives a reason that they should have a vehicle tracking solution within every fleet what they have, and they can ensure the safety of the student. One, they can ensure that the location is known to you. They can also get a lot of monitoring and the MIS out of the tracking, so they can even know the driver behavior. I'll tell you how it happens. And all these devices today come with a panic button. That means if there's any panic situation, a student or anybody on the vehicle can press that button, and the operator or whoever is the bus in charge would know the location and immediately can react to that. Because we understand that students wouldn't be carrying a mobile. So normally what happens is they're left there without any communication. So if there's any panic, they can push that button, and the somebody would know about it. The device is very basic, small, it's kind of a half the size of the mobile we carry today. It's concealed, it's installed in the bus, nobody knows where it is. So nobody can tamper it regularly. And So these are something which it's there, and it's on the cloud. Again, the data is available on the username password onto the portal, and anybody who has an access can know the location and the other details. This is how it works. It basically works on a SIM, which is basically a GPS or a GPRS or Edge or 3G or 4G, whatever we have available today on the networks. And then it works on a satellite for the positioning. And it has a central server which we have, and that will control all the content and the data which is moving around. This is how it shows on the map. It can show the route, it can show the content, it can show the speed of the vehicle, it can show even the fuel for the management if they want to monitor the fuel of the vehicle also. But to the safety standard, this is basically connected. And it can also connect to the sensors of the doors. It can connect to the sensors to the other parameters available in the buses and the vans, so that you can ensure the full safety of the children available there. Then we have certain MIS which helps you to get the best of these, and this is basically a per trip report. So logically, if you want to monitor if the bus is going on time or not going on time, if it's reaching on time or not on time, so this can be done on this. It has an overspeed report. So it is mandated today to that every school bus in the back of the back of the bus they've written if the bus's driver is not driving carefully, you can phone a number. With our devices, it's basically not even that. Even if he overspeeds on a particular limit, it sends an SMS and an email to n number of people you want to immediately, and with the exact location also. So this helps you there. And plus, the new devices we have it also has an option of adding a camera. So logically, what happens is even it can see what's happening in the bus, and it basically gives you that kind of a report. So this is what is available as in some value adds we've done, and it also has the data for last 30 to 45 days, and that basically can be increased also as in if there's a requirement. So so these are some of the formats. So what basically it gives you is that it's tracking a location of the vehicle is very simple. So this is what you want basically. Then its speed of the vehicle is involved in accidents can be verified. So if there's any issue, and again you postmortem onto what happened. So the device can also tell you what it was. And also there's a software feature called GeoZone and geofencing. Basically this allows you to define a route and define an area. So if the bus moves out of that area anyways, it gives you an SMS alert. And if it's moving beyond, other than what is route is also defined, it will tell you an alert. It can be given on SMS and email. So this again enables the school people to know that how it is moving forward and how the driver is behaving and why there's a deviation on the routes and everything. And then I'm moving forward with the driver behavior. Basically what we do is we analyze onto sudden braking and sudden acceleration on the vehicle. So we have an analysis report on that as well. So the moment you see that analysis after 15 days, the number of times there's a sudden brake or there's sudden acceleration, you know how the driver is behaving with the vehicle. So how safe is it to give him to him when he's carrying 140 people or 50 children onto the buses. So these are some of the MIS which is very helpful for the schools, and this is what we can offer to you. So as Net Access, we summarize that we can offer you Wi-Fi for your schools, we can offer you video conferencing, we can offer you surveillance, and we can offer you RFID solutions, plus even the vehicle tracking solutions. So this is what I took the opportunity on this day that I can share with you what all we have, and maybe any institute which is looking forward to any of the technologies,